watcher.
Spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner is giving us an incredible show, but doesn't have a win on the board yet. If you want to see him pull it out here in Game 4, give a cheer for E.G. Jaedong!
And his opponent up in the top right side. Guys, make as much noise as you've ever made. Give it up for Polt!
You know, this is one of these moments where it's very easy to crack under the pressure. Very often we'll see players who are down 0-3 and do a desperation cheese. They either want to put a win up or just get this whole series over with. But Jaedong, I mean, as you said, Mike, he's the one player who's consistently had the fortitude to come back from an 0-2 and a best of 5, to come back from an 0-3 and a best of 7. And he is playing standard today. He's sending out an early scout, which, you know, you generally suspect that he'd have something up his sleeve, perhaps a hatch at the natural.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see exactly what his plan is with this. Very well easily could be that. And yeah, that drone, no, he's just going to run it right in the main base here for now. He might actually be able to delay the command, sir. This is going to be a little bit annoying because he wants to drop it right at the entrance. Nope, the drone unable to do that here. But the hatchery is going to go down at the natural here for Jaedong. And I just want to know what Jaedong is going to do this game. Does he try and do some big plays by doing something different, or does he try and end it early, as you were saying? But right now it's just worker-on-worker combat, which is equally as fun.
He's been trapped in the base. This poor drone will be unable to turn himself into a beautiful building at the south end. Everything's going pretty standardly on Camp Jaedong right now, but ooh, it's going to be a fast third hatch. I like this play. It's a very nice move from Jaedong. Great way to exploit what he's seeing at the front.
And the drone there unable to escape, which is no real surprise once you're kind of trapped. That is it. The SCV going to be chasing it down. But I just got to say, what an awesome job by Polt so far in this series. I mean, being able to make it 3-0, making it look almost easy, especially considering how close. Ooh. Oh, God, that drone's still alive, man.
Juke ya. Single SCV heading out to scout.
And eventually, of course, the Marine will spawn. But for now, he wants to scout. Is there any timing on the gas? Yes, he spots that. Oh, drone. Got to be keeping him alive right now. But that third base, one thing about this map, relatively easy to defend that third base. You can leave your army kind of camped out by your natural. Oh!
Well, it looks like that poor drone almost ran his nose right into that supply depot. Polt feeling pretty proud of himself about that. But this is an absolutely stunning scout from Jaedong, being able to keep this alive for so long.
Yeah, and able to juke out that Marine for now. Now, eventually, the drone will get taken out. Does see it. And, oh, God.
Hang in there. I believe. Okay, it's dead.
All right, eventually gets taken out. I believe that was First Blood. And the SCV here scouting out the timing of the hatchery. I don't think we're going to see the same fate to that SCV because you can easily retreat it. But, Sean, what do you think about the watchtowers on this map, given that it's TVZ?
Oh, this is total Zerg favoring. I mean, it's very easy if there's a Marine there to swoop up with some mutas and kill it off and reposition a speedling there. This is what's very nice about ZVT on this map. Dealing with the drops a little bit more straightforward. But we've seen Polt not force drops into his play. He just likes to blast the front. And the blast is a perfect way to describe what happened at the end of Game 3. I mean, just rolling through with 3-3 Marines. Such patient trust in those Marines at the end of the game. Jaedong is kind of in an awkward defensive position that comes with this fast third hatch. That's why he has to get this speed up. He can't rely on creep spread. His queens are coming out a little too late.
Yeah, the wall in for Polt going to be coming on up once again. No surprise there. Ling's going to go ahead and move out. Wants to see, are there any third bases, anything like that. But for now, I mean, Sean, this kind of, I'm having flashbacks to the previous games where it's kind of a neutral opener for both players, but a lot of expansions. And we know what happens when that happens.
Beautiful macro games.
Just so beautiful.
I'm just amazed Polt won games 2 and 3. Just incredible, incredible play. Jaedong's going to poke in here. He's going to see the starport, and he's going to be thinking, all right, cool, Vikings. But, of course, Polt's doing something a little bit different. He's actually opening mine, which is super uncommon, very unstable play. Defends sort of middling aggression, but if a Zerg gets hyper-aggressive, the mines detonate on a single Zergling, and then the rest of the units roll in for a win. So it looks like Jaedong has his suspicions as to what's going on. He's instantly getting these Spore Crawlers up.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an interesting play out of Polt. I'm curious to see if it is actually able to do any damage right now. I mean, more Widow Mines are spawning. He's picking them up right away. He is going to move out with just 3, leaving only 1 back home for defense. There's going to be that Marauder. Also had that bunker good to go. But I have a feeling that Jaedong, he's got an itching suspicion. He's already got the Spore Crawler down at the third. Actually, he has one at every single base here. So he knows exactly what's headed his way. Should be able to hold it off. But there's always that chance that the drones clump up and they all get taken out with 1 shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very easy to lose to an excellent Widow Mine player. I mean,
yeah,
deflected. Total deflection right there by Jaedong, but no layer up yet, so of course no units to be able to pick off that medevac. Polt is going for standard bio-mine play, massing up those units straight off the get-go. A couple of mine burrows.
He's going to get an Overlord for his efforts. He's going to try to unburrow and get out of there. Does manage to. So at least he's able to do that amount of damage and not losing those Widow Mines.
It's got to be the most roundabout way to kill an Overlord. You build mines, transport them in a transport to land it under him, to shoot it back up, and then lift up and fly away. But you know what? It's efficient enough.
I like it. The Viking there, getting 1 kill. Notice how Jaedong's kind of kept his Overlords back this time. Because the map, number 1, is so wide open, and there's really nowhere to hide them. And number 2, he also ended up losing that. There's Lair Tech.
Well, it's looking to be very standard-ish play from Jaedong, but then the Roach Warren plants down, so Jaedong is not going to be going toe-to-toe with Mutiling. He's going to be trying to do the overpowering style of that Roach Infester Baneling play.
I do like this. The Marauder drop again. 4 Marauders in there. Can try and focus down a spawning pool. Maybe a Queen. We'll see if he's able to get lucky. And also, those Zerglings going to be chilling out between that natural and third. Yep, there's that Roach and Baneling nest.
Macro hatch. Love it.
And the drop's going to be moving right into the main base. The Viking retreating, still hunting for Overlords. He's not going to find any, though, just because there are none out there. Dropping the Marauders. This was spotted, I believe, by the Overlord. So Jaedong should be okay here with the amount of links he has.
Sensational reaction timing.
Oh, can he get the Queen? Nope. Decides to retreat.
I mean, this is just great defense by Jaedong. In the meantime, Polt setting up his walls, getting his minefield planted forward, has Viking hunting, but as you say, Mike, not really getting any connections. I mean, it's been small wins for Polt, nothing huge at this point. It's the big mid-game push that he really needs to be worried about. Oh, Jaedong saving up the Larva 21 in store. That money's high, and it is not going to be high for long.
Yeah, that is not bad macro. That is a very decisive move here by Jaedong. He's going to be dumping that money here pretty soon. 18 Roaches on the way. But Polt, almost with the 6th sense here, already has the mines, has a lot of bunkers going to be coming up here. So unless Jaedong plans to Nidus Worm it, he's going to have to try and kind of do the reverse here, where he's the one doing the nonstop aggression. Yeah. But it can be hard for Zerg to sustain that aggression just because Roaches are so slow. So you're either in and doing damage or trying to retreat, which is not ideal. That is a lot of Banelings, 22.
Jaedong's made his intentions clear. He's going to begin drilling the front. It looks like Polt's going to start opening these up. You have to hit the A button and then click on those. Right-clicking won't do it. There it is. Big spread up in mid.
So many bunkers there at the entrance. This is going to be interesting. I like this from Polt, realizing he's up in the series, has to play it safe. Don't get fancy with it. Just try to weather the storm. He knows about the Roaches right now.
Done. Combat Shield is not done. It will not be done during this fight. The Banelings are rolling in. Zerglings looking for the mine connections. They managed to get 2, but there are plenty of mines back there, and Polt is trying to hold on as long as he can. 10 more seconds for Combat Shield. If he gets that up, that will be a tremendous difference in this fight. And there's the Overseer sweeping in. Can Polt pick them off, or will it be overwhelming amounts of units for Jaedong?
Here comes the Banelings. Big hits there by the Widow Mines. At the same time, there's just so many units. Jaedong able to break down all those bunkers. There's still one more bunker back at the natural. If he breaks that,
he gets into it. He doesn't
and he's going to focus it down. Does manage to kill that bunker, and now he's going to be steamrolling right in. The SCV's pulled up the line. Jaedong getting a little bit of momentum right now. Can he actually force it into another game? It looks like the SCV's holding the line. The Marines there, they do have their no, the 2-2's not done yet.
Oh my gosh, being down 0-3, not an uncomfortable position for Jaedong, continuing to storm the front.
Oh, Widow Mines though, Sean, able to start doing lots of damage to the reinforcements. Jaedong was unable to break that. Polt has actually held this. He's ahead in supply. Jaedong did not expand.
Unbelievable. I mean, the defense from Polt is stunning. Jaedong looked like he was going to be able to break through and claim a win in this game with a potential push, but nope. Polt with that amazing placement with the bunkers in great excess. By playing defensively, not trying to go for these counter drops, he's managed to get himself a nice leading position, and suddenly it's Polt's turn to begin kicking on the aggression. A transition into Ling Muta, however.
Yeah, the upgrades are way behind, though. That 2-2 just now finishing. And there's the run by those, what Jaedong was hoping for. You know, Sean, oh, there he goes. He's going to be able to clean up those Marines. You know, Sean, if your big power push doesn't work, just try sending in like 8 Zerglings. Apparently that does more damage.
I mean, honestly, the workers are the big goal for Jaedong in this fight, delaying the economy. I mean, this is buying Jaedong all the time in the world to get up his fire, but as you said, so many times last game, the tech switch out of Ling Baneling Muta is a must for Jaedong.
Now, Sean, at the 4th base, it looks like Jaedong's going to try and put a hatchery there, but that Widowmine's already killed 2 drones who have tried to build there. I don't know if Jaedong realizes that it is being delayed by the mine, and there's going to be another kill. So he has delayed that base 3 times with 1 Widowmine. A great play there. And unfortunately, yeah, the Overseer now going to move out to clean that up, but that is just so heavily delayed. Forced to actually expand in the top left.
Now, you know, if Polt's been playing as perceptively as we know he does, he's going to be saying, okay, well, you went for this Roach Infester style, so I'm going to be anticipating Infestors. So Polt is going to be kicking up his split attacks. He's going to be trying to hit multiple fronts at once, but of course this Ling Muta will have the opportunity to pick off that very easily. +3 en route. Oh, Polt's trying to pick this off, but he is going to run headlong into a very scary force.
That is a lot. Is there actually enough here to clean it up completely? A nice angle here for Jaedong. He's going to get 1 medevac, and that was a nearly full medevac there. That's a big pickup for Jaedong, evening up the score. And still no 4th base just for Polt just yet, but the Mutalisks have got to back out there. Cannot throw these away anytime soon.
Banelings, Mutalisks, everything in production for Jaedong. No 5th macro hatch, not going to go Star Tail lifestyle, but, you know, the vision control does go to Jaedong. This is a very lucky little pickup of this watchtower for Polt. This is a very brave little Viking sitting above this very warm gas cloud. He's feeling very nice about himself. Holy mines. What the mines? He has 17 mines. It's crazy. That's an unreal amount at this phase. But Jaedong's going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, oh, the Banelings there, not quite sure where they were going. That could have been devastating. And the thing that Polt's really doing is playing the deny game, where he's denied this 4th base in the top left. He's denied it in the bottom center, I believe 3 or 4 times. This could be the 5th right now. Looks like Jaedong's going to try and go for it. The Widowmine's out, bro. Time the Banelings could get a huge hit. Actually, just ignoring that mine, rolling straight on in. Does manage to clean that up, and unfortunately, unable to kill the medevacs with the Mutas here. But either way, he's holding onto the base for now. But guess what? Whoa. There's lots of mines spread around.
Very nice cleanup action by Jaedong. What was once 17 mines is now 8. Storming in with Ling Mutas, trying to shove back Polt before the critical 3-3 strikes.
Jaedong playing it much more passive as far as the attacks are concerned, backing up, keeping the Lings alive, keeping the Mutas alive, but more importantly, keeping the base alive. He's now mining that gas. Both those guys are fully saturated. That's going to be helping him out a lot here. Got to be careful. The Widow Mine.
The Widow Mine on the left could be a big pain when Jaedong needs to try to mount a retreat.
Oh,
no,
he actually
nice
gets
snipe
it
from Jaedong.
Remember, the mines take a second or 2 to activate, so if you focus them down quickly enough, then they will not activate. But it does look like more Banelings on the way. Jaedong continuing to reinforce here. Both players have shockingly even supplies, given that Jaedong has not had a 4th base hardly at all. The non-stop reinforcements.
Uh-oh, mine hit is going to do some big damage to these Ling numbers. Oh, bringing some Marines down to red life, but of course, the push down at the south
Worker
side.
kills. Marines being a little bit lazy there. Does get quite a few at the same time, though. Big attack down here. Huge Baneling hits. Jaedong has weathered the storm once again, but is he going to fall into the similar trap once this 3-3 is done? Is that when Polt starts to get some more momentum? It looks like the Mutalisks here taking a lot of damage.
Oh my god. Of course, mines are Medevac's worst enemy, just as for GG. This is a...
Too soon, Sean. Too soon.
I mean, in this spot, this is where things start to get scary. 3-2 is done. 3-3 just around the corner.
Yeah.
Baneling's the only ticket to Jaedong's success at this point. He will not have the opportunity to try to get up Infestors. He's a little bit delayed on that, so this push could be devastating.
Yeah, if he doesn't hold this push off, he really has no chance of winning. The Baneling's going to be morphing in. Infestation Pit only about halfway done. The Marine split is going to start early here for Polt. He's getting himself into position. Jaedong decides now's the time. No, he's actually going to back up, wait for the Mutalisks, and here he goes. It's going to be tough. The Banelings have got to get miracle hits.
Wow.
So far, not too bad. But it looks like the Marine count is enough to push us back. More Banelings on the way, though. It isn't over quite yet. but Jaedong just wants those Baneling hits so badly right now.
Jaedong needs to nail these injects. This is what is nice about Terran in this period of time. You just hit 5 and hold the A button. Pump out a bunch of Marines. As Zerg, you have to keep remembering to go back and inject those larvae. Such a struggle. The Banelings moving in. Medevacs to stay alive. Uh-oh, this is danger time for Jaedong. He has 15 Mutalisks warping in Banelings, and that is it.
He's going to have to rely on this last batch of Banelings right now. Lots of gas for both players, which would normally be good for Jaedong. He just doesn't have the time, but he still holds onto that base somehow. And the Infestation Pit, of course, is done. We don't see any Infestors on the field just yet. And I think it's Jaedong basically being forced into this Widowmine hit right there. He's going to intercept some other Widowmines, though, but they might activate, and they do!
Ouch!
That's going to hurt those Mutas a lot. They regenerate very quickly, but he cannot afford to lose a single one. And that Marine gets one pot shot off to kill another Muta. Banelings here ready to go, but he's got to watch out for the Widowmines.
No. Jaedong slowly losing ground. Polt looks unstoppable, has the lead in supply. Hive en route, plenty of gas in the bank for Jaedong, but he won't even have the opportunity to spend it. He's trying to send in his Mutaling Baneling desperately. The medevac count is quite low, down at just 4, but Polt just a constant line of Marine mine.
Banelings do get a nice hit, but again, the supply is just seemingly always ahead here for Polt. Even the armor upgrade for the medevacs is done. That also affects the Widowmines, making them just that much harder to kill. Jaedong never able to expand in the top left side. Looks like Polt might be moving in to try and take out this base, but Banelings will get some nice hits here. Or not. I don't know how that even happened, but it does look like the Lings right there will try and clean up as best they can. But again, these are sacrificial units at this point. The 4th base is up for Polt in the bottom right. And that just means a non-stop stream of reinforcements continues.
Jaedong has plummeted down to 114 supply.
Manor Mules and actually not Super Manor. That ate up some Banelings. And the concave here is pretty intense for Polt. He's got to move in for the kill here. Jaedong going at GG!
A 4-0 for Polt! A 4-0 for Polt! A 4-0! A stunning victory! A stunning win for Polt, who dominates Jaedong in the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, your WCS North American Season 4, Season 2 champion is going to be Polt!
An absolutely outstanding series for Polt.